What's up, guys? It's Strip Red, and we're back with more Rise of Kingdoms. In today's video, we will be going over our enemies for this KvK. We're going to check them out, see how strong they are, and if you watched the last video where we looked over our allies, gives you a good idea what's going on. As stated in the last video, 95 and 89 and 92, we're teamed up. 96 looks very weak. I don't know if they're even going to be in this KvK, but we're going to start off with 3690 as they would be the strongest enemy we have. Funny thing about 90, I almost went to 90. I messaged their leader. He told me I could come there, and I just told him I had to wait a couple days to get my passports. Once I got my passports, I messaged him. He acted like he did not even know who I was, so I just moved on with my life. Yeah, as you can see here, 96 is going to be on a team with them, so it is a 5v3. What can you do? I'm assuming a lot of these alliances or kingdoms are weaker than usual. But as you can see right here, their main alliance is 6.4 billion power. Really strong. Zoro, 150 million power. Some 60s, 50s, 60s, 70. That's not bad. Some 80, 60. I'm assuming they have a fair amount of tier 5, just like our allies in 90. But this is their main alliance. We're going to see how it goes. At 125, 128. Over 100 million power players are always either good to see when they're on your side. They're bad to see when they're not. But some fairly strong alliances there. Let's check out the other top 3 at least. 2.5. Not the best. It's being run by a bank right now. Some basic average players. Power-wise. Take a look. This should be the second strongest alliance with 3.7. So our second alliance is stronger than them. Any tier 5s in here? Doesn't look like it. Looks like all their T5 players are in their main alliance. That's what it looks like here. All right. This will be our direct competition in KvK right here. There's this kingdom right there. Okay, these are ours. Oh, did I say 90? 95 is our alliance that has a lot of tier 5. Let's go and just go down the way. Let's go look at 94. See how strong they are. Looks like there are 2 alliance kingdom for right now. Let's look at the weaker one, which is 3.1 billion. See tier 5s. No tier 5s in the rank structure. Sorry if I'm scrolling kind of fast. I'm just glancing for 50 plus mil. I'm assuming there's no 50 plus mil in this alliance. Let's go ahead and look at the main alliance, which is 4.5 or 4.6 billion power. Any tier 5s? We got 1 tier 5 there. 2, 3. Oh, 2 more. Timor is here. If you remember my old videos, I believe he was the leader of 51. I'm surprised he left. He was the leader of that kingdom. I don't know if this might not be him. Maybe they have a similar name. But there was a guy there with that name. So, yeah, some tier 5s. Let's see. Mainly just in the rank structure. There's another one there. 58 million. Yeah. I think I just passed up 51. That might be a tier 5. Pretty strong. 4.5 is about the average. I would say for about this stage in the game. So about a regular average size kingdom for 94. Not horrible, but not great either. We've got 96. I think this is the one that looked very weak. They have one, two, three, four alliances inside of their zone. Oh, well, more than that. They have five. Uh, I want to say they might have had an issue at a civil war because usually when they build around like that, they had issues trusting people. Let's check out their main alliance. Oh, 2.6. That's really bad. I'm assuming they won't have any tier fives. They might have one right there. But yeah, 2.6 billion power for an alliance is really bad. And then, yeah, they have a shell alliance blocking it. So they probably had a civil war in this kingdom at some point since they have shells blocking. The crime syndicate is 1.5. Overall, this is pretty bad. This is on range with like a KvK1 power, 500 million. Yeah, this kingdom, I don't think they will be doing much in KvK. Unfortunate for them. Hopefully they can bounce back. I mean, you never know how it goes, but you can just tell by the way it's built that something went wrong in this KvK. Obviously, with the dead spots here, an alliance was here, and they clearly left at some point for something. All right, let's move on to the next kingdom. Let's go to 3702, see how strong they are. All right. About an average. You know, there's three alliances. Oh, four, but they're barely built in. I don't think it counts. 5 billion alliance power. So that's not bad. A little bit above average, depending on how their other alliances look. But let's see. They have 1, 2, 3. 3 tier 5s and the ranks. See what they have down here. There's another tier 5, 57 million, 65 million, 63 million, 53 million. So they have some tier 5s. There's a 54 and 84. That's not bad. That's really good, actually. 65. A lot of guys on the brink of being tier 5 in this kingdom. A lot of 40 plus, almost 50, 61. That's pretty good. This is going to be like a... If they don't lose and they keep getting some power, they can be a solid B seed, which I would be wanting to look for a B seed after, well, maybe not after this KvK. I might stay here through KvK 3, but eventually I'll be looking for a strong B or B plus seed. Their second alliance is a 3.7 billion power with one tier 5. Another tier 5. They got a 104 million power player in here. That's nice to see. Just to speed this up, I'm not going to go through all the players on their list. Just going to look. I'll do that on the main alliance, but other than that, we're just going to check them out real quick. This alliance is probably not as strong. Yeah, 2.8. Doesn't look like any tier 5s, but that's all right. You need regular players who don't spend money to help fight battles. Everybody has a use. But this kingdom right here is stronger than average. At least for their main alliance. Pretty good squad they have. So 90 is real strong. 94 is average. 96 is below average by a lot. They're weaker than a KvK1 kingdom. 307 is just slightly above average. And let's check out the last kingdom now, which would be 97. Let's see. See, they don't even have 96 on their ally list, so I'm a little weirded out by that. Maybe they're just behind on times. But their main alliance is 4.8, which is about average. Tier 5s, got one tier 5 right here, 78 million power. Any more tier 5s? 58 million. 57. 58 million power. 54. 73. All right, so they have a handful, 58 million. They probably have about 10 tier 5s or under. So it's not horrible, but you know, everyone still can push power. There's 2 more tier 5s down here. And rank 1, there's nobody. It's not bad. Not horrible, but about average. Let's look back at their second alliance. It's 3.5 billion power. Any tier 5s? 2 tier 5s. Not horrible. Don't see any in their members. That's not bad. Not horrible. Not great. And this should be the third alliance, which is another 2.5 billion power. Doubt there's any tier 5s in here. But all right. That is the breakdown of our KvK. I've shown you our alliances. It is a 3v5, but with 96 being so weak, it's just a 3v4 at this point. Yeah, 96 isn't going to do nothing. They're weaker than a KvK1 Kingdom at this point. All right, let's go back home. But, all right, guys. That is us looking at our enemies for upcoming KvK that will be opening in about 6 days. I'll keep you guys updated. If you enjoyed my content, please like and subscribe. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.